The CIA's heart attack gun. Imagine you're chilling one day, heart full of dreams, maybe a little bit of cholesterol, and boom, your heart just stops.
No marks, no blood, no nothing. Doctor looks at you and goes, guess it was natural causes.
But here's the twist. It wasn't.
Back in the 1970s, the CIA built a literal heart attack gun.
A gun that gives you a heart attack.
Like the US government really said, yeah, let's invent God's off button.
Welcome to WTF History Edition, where the world's most dangerous ideas somehow got a budget.
Thanks, brother. I will take it from here. So, picture this. The year is 1975. Everybody's paranoid. Nixon just resigned. People are learning their government's been out here doing everything except minding its business. And the CIA? Oh, the CIA's in its creative era. The Cold War was basically two superpowers playing who can be the weirdest villain. Russia's over there making exploding cigars for Castro, and America said, "Hold my freedom fries." So the CIA formed something called the Technical Services Division, which is just a fancy way of saying the science department of evil. These are the same people behind Project MK Ultra, where they literally gave people LSD just to see what would happen. So yeah, science was optional, but vibes were strong. One day some CIA engineer probably stood up like, "Hey boss, what if we could shoot people and make it look like they just died?" And instead of saying, "Bro, go touch some grass," his boss said, "Run it." Enter the heart attack gun, the most terrifyingly stupid genius thing you've never seen. This thing looked like a regular Colt M1911 pistol, but instead of bullets, it fired tiny frozen darts made of shellfish toxin, yes, literal seafood murder popsicles. The dart would pierce the skin, melt inside the body, and release the toxin, instantly stopping the heart. The entry wound, almost invisible. Autopsy, no trace of poison. Cause of death, natural causes. Basically, it was the perfect murder weapon. If James Bond's gadget guy had been a psychopath with a seafood allergy. Scientists said the toxin was so powerful that one single microgram, smaller than a grain of salt, could kill instantly. And the dart itself, it disintegrated. It was like the Snapchat of bullets. Bro, imagine being the intern tasked with testing that. "Hey Jenkins, we need you to stand by the dummy." "Nah, I'm good." "Last week y'all were testing exploding cigars." So here's where it gets wild. In 1975, the US Senate starts investigating CIA shenanigans under what became known as the Church Committee hearings, because even God wanted to know what the hell they've been doing. And in front of live cameras on national TV, a senator goes, "Is it true the CIA developed a gun that can cause a heart attack?" And this one CIA guy, clearly realizing he's on C-SPAN and not a job interview, just goes, "Yes, Senator." Then they straight up showed the gun right there. A little silver pistol with a big "I shouldn't exist" energy. The senator asks, "What's it used for?" And the guy basically says, "Assassinations, but only for the good of America." Like, sir, there's no good reason to invent a gun that kills people invisibly. That's not patriotism. That's premeditated cardio failure. And bro, the room was so quiet you could hear everyone's trust in government leaving their bodies. Now, you'd think after exposing a literal death gun, there'd be arrests, reform, something. Nope. The CIA hit the world with the classic, "We don't know what you're talking about" speed run. After the hearing, the weapon just vanished. No one knows where it went, no blueprints, no prototypes. Nothing but some grainy black and white photos and a whole lot of allegedly. Which in CIA language means, yeah, we destroyed it, probably. And when asked if it was ever used, they gave the shadiest answer possible, "Not to our knowledge." That's not no, that's we lost the receipts. Conspiracy theorists have been having a field day ever since. Every suspicious political death, every random heart failure at 42, boom. Somebody in a basement whispers, "Heart attack gun." Even funnier, the toxin they used came from shellfish. So technically, the CIA invented the deadliest seafood allergy in history. Let's break down just how insane this is. Instead of spending money on education, healthcare, or I don't know, not poisoning people, the US government said, let's invest in invisible seafood bullets. Imagine that PowerPoint presentation. Slide 1, freedom. Slide 2, crustacean-based assassinations. This was the 70s, so you know somebody was smoking something strong in Langley. They were like, okay, what if we combine a freezer, a pistol, and some sushi? And somewhere a scientist said, this is for national security. Bruh, nobody was attacking us with tuna. And to make it worse, this wasn't even the craziest thing they built. We're talking exploding seashells, mind control projects, poison pens. The CIA had an entire murder Etsy before Etsy even existed. Here's the wildest part. To this day, the heart attack gun remains one of those it exists but we pretend it doesn't mysteries. Like Bigfoot with a badge. You can actually find footage from the 1975 hearing. They showed it on TV. The gun looks all small and harmless, like it's about to hand you a parking ticket. Meanwhile, it's capable of ending your Netflix subscription permanently. No one's ever been officially killed by it, at least that we know of, but people still whisper that it might have been used in covert ops, and honestly, knowing the CIA's track record, I wouldn't put it past them. These are the same people who once tried to make a cat spy on the Russians. So yeah, maybe keep your shrimp cocktails and your government contracts separate.
So what did we learn today? The next time somebody says, you can't die from stress, tell them, maybe not, but the CIA definitely tried to make it happen.
And that, my friends, is another episode of WTF History Edition, where the line between genius and insanity is apparently drawn with a frozen seafood dart.
I'm Micaiah, and if you enjoyed this dive into government madness, hit that like, comment, and subscribe, or I'm just gonna assume the CIA got you. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, sometimes the craziest conspiracy theories are just history with a budget.